Deep Thoughts with Piss and Cox.
Oh,
Boop. Hey, let's
go.
open some alcohol
some beer.
and then put it in ourselves.
What are we drinking, Josh?
Lost Coast Brewery.
Oh my gosh, it's actual watermelon.
Yeah.
Normally they say, oh, it's a oak pumpernickel stout. I'm like, there's no pumpernickel in this
Yeah.
bitch. By the way, welcome to season 5.
I know, that's weird.
If someone had birthed a baby, that baby would be in kindergarten right now.
Yeah.
Crazy,
That
right?
kid would be a problem child.
It would, especially if it watched our seasons.
It would live our season. It would just be with us when we make all the jokes we can't make because we'll get in trouble and people will hate us and organizations would take us down.
If you guys knew the jokes that we make that can't air.
We made a joke right before we started.
We actually... Sometimes I'm not too proud of the stuff we do on this show or that we don't do on this show.
I am. I just know better. Speaking of things that some people aren't going to like, we're going to talk about Will D.
We are! We asked him for an interview. I'm just kidding. We didn't ask him. But he probably would have...
created
He
one.
probably would have declined anyway. He would have said, who? Do you know the story how it all went down, right?
Let me see if I can sum this up in layman's terms. Tell me if I'm right.
Well, I'll tell you the little bit that I know.
Okay.
After you screw it up.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Hands down. My understanding is that Active.com, they're the major partner.
Yeah, I like the interface of the old system, the Eventbrite, better. I didn't realize that Active, though, had, invested
Dude,
a bunch of money.
Active is just cutting people left and right. You better watch your mouth.
It's true, right? So, Active...
They invested in Tough Mudder.
Yes.
And they're like, cool, Tough Mudder is super popular. We're going to definitely see returns on this son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't. And then they investigated.
Yeah.
And then they found Tough Mudder's in the red big time. So then they said, all right, we're going to give you some time to clear your shit up. Let's get this in the right direction.
That's probably right.
That time passed. They said, so let's see what we got. Hey, Will. Hey, you want to come in here a second? You want to sit down?
Oh, right. Hello. Right. So teamwork, camaraderie.
We're going to stop you right there. This is not about that at all.
I did a triathlon and the guy wouldn't help me zip up my wetsuit. And I was like, where's the teamwork and the camaraderie?
We don't follow you in the slightest. See, here's the thing. We've been looking at your books, and,
Oh, my book, yes. It's called It Takes a Tribe. It sold some copies, and the ambassadors have some. And Jim Campbell sunk one in a lake in Colorado.
You know what it took? It took a tribe of accountants to figure out you're fucking us.
Oh, excuse me. My BlackBerry. I must go do something with my BlackBerry.
Hey, you should do something with your BlackBerry forever, because we're going to buy you out and get the fuck gone.
So that's pretty much probably how it went. I think they did the whole, you need to go, and if you don't, then we're just going to yank our stuff and you're going to have to file for bankruptcy. None of these are legally binding statements. We're like,
don't sue us.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
If you or a loved one was diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
We're idiots.
Paraphrasing things we heard from other things.
Couple of dum-dums.
Yeah, well, I'm actually relatively smart, but in this arena,
right?
Although I did a pretty spot on Will Dean right there. Great job being Active.com, by the way. You were really convincing.
We're in talks to be in the Lifetime movie. Or Hallmark. Do you think it would be a Lifetime or a Hallmark movie?
It is a bit of a tearjerker.
I'd say Spike, but they're also dead in the water.
Ooh.
Did I get it right?
That's pretty...
Did we get it? Is that about it?
I feel like the decision for him to go and everything else was done without the minority partner guy knowing, and that's why he's suing.
Did we just see your O-face?
No. I've got a really, really, sexy O-face.
Prove it.
You can't mimic it. It has to be organic. It just happened.
All right.
Anyway.
So now it basically came down to Tough Mudder was not making the type of money that they should have been making.
Return on investment, yeah.
Active, with their deeper pockets, took it over all the way, right?
Something like that.
Right, mostly. They're mostly in charge now. This is my thought. If Tough Mudder doesn't get out of its hole over this next year, what do you think the likelihood is of Active.com being like, peace bitches, cutting our losses, we had a good run?
That's the legitimate concern that most people have. They want to see profit, right? I mean, I've got friends who've worked there.
Business.
There's been not a lot, but there's been a handful of layoffs. There's been a lot of downsizing, right? Maximizing profit. So yeah, if the season starts and they are 2, 3, 4 months in and they're not seeing the numbers they want to see, I know people personally who are normally annual pass holders who I'm like, hey, am I going to see you in Southern California, next month or whatever? And they've been like, well, I don't know, because I was going to order, a season pass, but with all the stuff that's going on, I'm not sure if I want to do it because for all I know, I can buy it and then 2 months into the season, they're not going to exist.
You know what I got my girlfriend for her birthday?
No.
Motherfucking season pass.
Did you really?
I did.
Dude, when'd you become a baller? What the hell?
I didn't. I saved for that shit because she wants to do double days this year.
Yeah.
So it's way more cost effective.
I like your girlfriend. She's a sweetheart.
She is. She works for Lagunitas.
By the way,
I don't know if I can say that or not.
This episode already has lasted longer than that live stream show that Tough Mudder did last year, I think.
Oh, well, yeah. Because they were trying to jock our style.
They were. And I love E-Rock, by the way. I don't remember the other guy.
I say that as a form of like, dude, I'm flattered isn't the right word, but it's like, but kinda.
With all the stuff that's been going on, Coach is still very much a part of Tough Mudder. Is E-Rock still a part of Tough Mudder?
E-Rock, are you still a part of Tough Mudder? You're gonna tag E-Rock in this, right?
I know he's doing his own personal training fitness stuff.
Does he work out?
I guess every once in a while.
I'm just sick of looking at that dad bod all the time. That trend is over, Get it together, E-Rock.
Seriously, buddy.
All of me loves all of you.
Okay, I know that song.
Some might say it's legendary.
I was gonna say, is it John Legend?
You got my hint?
My first thought was Ed Sheeran because every sappy love song these days seems to be Ed Sheeran.
You know why it's not? Because
it was done by John Legend.
Soul.
Well, not the way you sang it.
What? Dude, I've been thinking about auditioning for The Voice.
Whose voice?
The Voice.
Well, find one and then audition.
Because The Voice!
I sing really good with the volume completely cranked.
In the shower, you're like, I could do this for
today
real.
I'm backing vocals, Billy Joe Armstrong. Thanks, Bill. He's like, no problem, bro.
My favorite, and this is in all honesty, whenever I'm singing Sublime, I'm always in the car, I'm like, I could sing Sublime perfectly. Me and Brad Knoll.
Better than that fucking Rome guy.
They do have a couple songs I like, though.
I agree.
I just always thought they were with Italy. It's a Sublime.
Dude, I haven't seen you in 2 months, 3 months.
And you're still here and here.
I love it. That part I can do without.
And here. My butt. Don't look a gift horse in the butt. And then frown upon it, okay?
Frown upon it.
So, here's the thing.
Please last the season and beyond.
Please last the season because I don't want to lose the money I spent on my girlfriend's birthday present, first off, is all I'm saying. Love you, babe.
Yeah.
And second off. All right, and then beat off.
Yeah. Third and off.
Stroganoff.
Tertiary off.
Oh, I love Stroganoff. Second thing is that, and this is a hot take.
Hot takes. Go. I hate that phrase, by the way.
Hot takes! Felt like John Mulaney.
Could use that.
Street smarts!
JJ Bittenbinder.
Hot take is this, that it is now at a point where and I kind of feel like it's been this way for a while, although this is coming from a place of not knowing the behind the scenes clearly as much as I could.
We don't.
It's at a point where it doesn't need Will Dean at all.
No.
To be successful. So I think it's a shock because it's crazy. It's definitely news.
Yeah.
But I didn't for 1 second think about Will Dean being gone as being like, well, now Tough Mudder's fucked.
Right.
I thought about the money situation and was like, maybe Tough Mudder's fucked. But Will Dean being gone, I did not feel like we lost fucking Cyrus from Warriors. Can you dig it? We've been digging it for a while. We're good.
Yeah,
we're okay. And I cannot stress this enough. I mean that in all due respect. Love or hate Will Dean. If you're watching this right now,
I'm sure he is.
Because he created something that got you here.
Thank you, Joshua. Thank you.
You're gone. Get out!
I'm going to go count my money. Before we wrap up this Will Dean bit.
Balls deep in thought with Piss and Cox. I do want to say, and this will air after, your birthday is tomorrow.
It is.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carlo.
Mr. Piscatello.
Happy birthday. So
Season 5, episode... Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Season 5, episode 1. I'm excited.
Beep. Cheersies.
Cheersies.